Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Flashback Miranda card that just released today. Guys, I've been doing the bronze pack method recently because, as you guys know, I want to try to get all the players for you guys. Like, I don't really enjoy doing the bronze pack method, but have I been doing or making a lot of money from it? Yes, so I do need to do it to get these player reviews out for you guys, and it's worth it because I want to give you guys the content that you guys want to see, right? So with the Flashback Miranda card, we're looking at a card that is 6'1" with medium-high work rates, right-footed with 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. Now, in regards to his base card stats, you could already see that he has really good base card stats. So hopefully the specifics of those base card stats are actually really good. And if we take a look at it, we have very good stats in a lot of areas, right? 78 acceleration with 83 sprint speed, but take a look at his physical, right? He has 99 jumping, 95 strength, 99 aggression with 73 stamina. 73 stamina is perfectly fine for a center back because they're going to stay back while attacking most of the times. The only time that they're really going to run is if you have like a high depth and you have to chase after players, but even still the players don't really lose stamina that much when they're in the center back position anyways. So the brilliant thing with this card is the fact that if you give him a shadow chemistry style, you are significantly boosting him in a lot of areas, right? So if you give him a plus 15 for the acceleration, you're going to be giving him 93 acceleration with 93 spin speed. You're going to make his defense essentially perfect, and his physical is already perfect. That, with the body type that he has in game, which is really good, 99 composure, 90 A reactions, his dribbling on the ball will be decent as a center back, with decent agility and not even decent agility and balance. For a center back that's really good agility and balance, you're looking at a very good center back. Now, obviously the big thing with this card is obviously the link ups, right? Now, if you guys take a look at the team that I have him in right now, I get the link up with him because of the Flashback Hulk card. Don't worry about the position that Hulk's in. This is a Flashback Miranda player review. Maybe in the future, I could potentially give Hulk the position change, and then, I can link him up in this team because I think Alexandro and Felipe Anderson are in a different team, so we could make a secondary squad with this whole concept going on over here. But with Flashback Miranda, guys, the only problem with him is obviously the league links. It's not even necessarily the Brazilian links, because Brazilian links, you can link him up with a lot of very good Brazilian players. So we're potentially looking at a fantastic center back. He should be really good. I'd be very surprised if he was garbage in game, because he does look like a really good one. In regards to how we're going to line up with Miranda in game, it's going to look like this. As you guys know, we always do player reviews in the exact same way. So we're going to go ahead and use the 3 at the back formation to try him out, defending by himself, what's his off-the-ball movement like, all that fun stuff, right? So we're going to have Miranda playing right here with crazy tactics, high depth so that he can chase after the ball. How does he defend when the width is higher? All that good stuff. We're going to have this on pressure on heavy touch. We're going to have it on pressure on heavy touch. Why not? Depth we'll put maybe a little lower, width a little lower, and then we'll just keep it at that. But the instructions for the other 2 center backs, we're going to have them to play as a striker, but we're going to have Miranda obviously staying back while attacking. And then for our actual tactics, we want to go ahead and use him in a simple 4-2-3-1 setup where he's playing as the left center back. So, you could switch him with Rio Ferdinand. Don't really think it matters too much. Rio Ferdinand, I don't think has a 4-star weak foot. He may have a 3-star. I could be wrong. But obviously, you want to have strong foot on the strong side so that you can defend those outside passes around the 18-yard box, as well as be able to pass to your fullback efficiently and not have to pass on the inside. You don't want to pass on the inside when you're making those specific passes, right? So very important to have the strong foot on the strong side, in my opinion, right? So, yeah, in regards to how we're going to be trying out the card, obviously we're going to force opportunities around him. Does he move really well with a medium work rated player next to him? Does he track players well? Does he stay in the onside position really well? Those are going to be all of the things that we're going to be testing with this card that we normally do as center backs anyways. Like, the only center back I've genuinely been like whatever about has been like the Flashback Aspilicueta card. I'm like, this card is like hugely sentimental, but he's lacking a lot of things like in the game's meta to make him more usable, right? Like, he's not very strong, he's more agile than he is strong, doesn't have the body type, stuff like that, right? But this Miranda card does. So I'm very hopeful with this card. Hopefully he's actually really sick in game, because he looks pretty good, to be fair. Okay, so we'll start off with the 4-2-3-1, and then we'll basically take it from there. So you can see, off the ball movement-wise, no second man press. holds the defensive line really well, switches to the other person, stays in line with Rio Ferdinand really nicely. You could already tell, right, that with Miranda's card, his height and his physical aspect is really nice. You can tell that he's more of a skinny tall player, but like a... It's very hard to explain. Like, it's a skinny, bulky player, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not like a Aubameyang. Aubameyang is a little too skinny, but this player is just right. And you could see that with his agility and balance boost in regards to dribbling, it's actually quite responsive for a center back. So I really think this guy's going to be he's going to make a very good center back in most people's teams if you can get your hands on him. Positions himself really well, obviously, in the defensive area as well to make those passes on the inside, outside, inside. Again, the agility being at 75 and the balance being at 70 is a very, very huge plus for cards like this. So again, no second man press in this situation. You can see that he stays in line with the center back really well. Starts defending against the attacker right there. Miranda, with his physical aspect, right, his physical body type, is able to defend that opportunity really nicely, which is great, right? That's like that's the important thing, man. Body type is a big thing. Like, you can have all the defensive stats, all the physical stats, but if you don't have the body type, it's just not going to be an ideal situation defensively.
Sloppy goals, I thought, last season particularly, and in an effort to stop that, he brings in this player who might just be able to plug some gaps.
We'll take that goal, nice. Okay, no second man press again. It switches to him with the icon there. Not even defending with him. Not even defending with him. But look at that opportunity. Obviously, this is kickoff. It's like really weird with this type of stuff. But I want you guys to notice how he was positioned in that area. How the cursor was on top of him. If I pressed L1 in that situation right there, just before that, I would have been able to defend against that easily. So off the ball movement-wise with him defensively is really good, which is obviously fantastic. And again, that height as well as his... physical presence is going to be a huge, huge thing with this card for sure. Yeah, he moves off of Rio Ferdinand really nicely. They just had a nice little rotation policy right there while they were defending. Again, the medium-high with Rio Ferdinand, it works out really nicely in all fairness. Nice goal right there. We'll take that. You see how they hold that defensive line really nicely? It's really good, man. It's really good. Obviously, in those situations, you have to switch to him, but the way that he's tracking the player when I'm not using him is actually really, really nice. So what we're going to start doing now is we're going to go ahead and switch to him as we're defending now, just to see what he's like to, you know, accelerate into the play and be able to defend really nicely, because we need to test out that shadow chemistry style in regards to transitioning left and right, and utilizing that acceleration when we have to chase after the ball. Marking really well. Starts to transition upwards really nicely right there. We'll switch to him right now and defend. There you go. That height that he has, very, very good to defend that opportunity. So you can see that his marking, the way that he's pushing up and down to stay in line with Rio Ferdinand, is really, really nice. Nice. Good switch. Again, he's like the most important thing with center backs is that they need to get into position so that the moment I switch them, they can just get into the play and defend really nicely. And then, like I said, this card, I had no doubts that it was going to be really good. It's a fantastic card so far. Again, it's just the link-ups with this card, because he's obviously going to make a very good center back in your team if you can link him up really nicely. Okay, guys, so for this game, we're going to go ahead and switch to the 3 at the back formation now with team press, right? Because I want to see what he's like when he presses up against the pitch and when he has to defend coming backwards. He's holding that middle area really nicely, in all fairness. Let's see how he tracks the player right here. He stays in the middle so nicely, man. I love his off-the-ball movement in that situation. Really nice. A lot of players, the way they mark other players in those situations, sometimes is not right. But he does a really good job right there, for sure. Nice goal right there. We'll take that. Look at the way he's marking that player right there, you see? Still marks him the entire time, but tries to stay in an onside position. Positions himself really nicely to get that ball. again, we are on our ultra attacking tactics, and like I said, he's really, really good, guys. Like if you guys are looking at him as a card to get, like he's looking very solid. It's just the Chinese links, man. That's all it is. But if you get the Brazilian links with him, softs, dude. His card's really sick. We'll get that finesse shot off right there with Ozzy main. Good defensive play again by Miranda. This card's sick, man. It's really sick. I'll do second man press with him right here, just to see what he does. Yeah, dude, his positioning is great, man. It's because of that shadow chemistry style. It basically makes his defense perfect.
Been reflected in the stadium here with the extra tier that's been put.
Ooh, Hulk with that banger from a distance. Let's go, Hulk. His transitioning is actually really solid to chase after players. Not bad. That's good that he already starts initially chasing after the player right there to be able to defend that opportunity. Because like I said, if I switch to him, that's it. I could just defend that situation really nicely. Alright guys, so final verdict on the card. In all honesty with you guys, he's really, really fun to use. Like, he's a good center back. He's not bad at all. He has the body type. If you give him the shadow chemistry style, he has the pace to chase after players. He defends really well. His off-the-ball movement while he's playing with a medium work rate player, potential medium-high, even high work rate player is going to be really nice because he plays off of the other center back really nicely. And obviously his body type in game that I kept mentioning in the video because it's very important to mention the body type was heavily influential in regards to him being very good, right? The big thing with this card is the fact that his physical base card stats wise is already perfect with 99 composure. It's a huge thing in regards to pressure on the player and for him to defend really nicely. Like, dude, there was moments where, you know, I would defend with the card in certain positions where if I just switch to him, he'll be able to defend the situations really nicely. So you are looking at a good center back. I think for 138k, it's not that bad if you can get the link ups in your team, my dudes, okay? You won't regret doing this SBC. He's very solid. And, you know, if you want to go with the fun concept, like with what I'm doing with Hulk being in the team, and I could put like Alexandro and Felipe Anderson in it, you know, do your thing. Have fun with the game, right? So I think the card's worth doing. I don't think you guys will regret it. The shooting's not relevant because, you know, you don't really shoot with center backs anyways. You just mostly defend with them. Like, again, take a look at the shadow. You're giving him really significant stat increases in a lot of areas. So it's worth doing, dudes. It's worth doing. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Team of the tournament coming out in a week, boys. Should be very interesting. We'll see what we do when that time comes around, you know? Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.